Hey, 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 it's me again with another tier list. And as I said, the weapons tier list. Oh god, what have I done? Um, as you can see, I modified our tier list a little bit. I think this is better than the ones I used before. But yeah, we go from game breaking, which is the best, over makes me wet, pretty good, kinda mid, rather not, why would you, and you like pain being the worst. Um, I had to add this little goober here because that one was missing as set up here. Um, Apart from that, I really didn't double check with all the other weapons whether they are here or not. This will have to do. This will absolutely have to do. Also, I wanna say, looking at these, I am pretty much familiar with all of these, I would say. That being said, do not use most of them, but I guess that's normal, right? Like, unless you're doing a challenge run, you're probably not ever using most of these weapons anyway. So I will do my best to rank them. Little disclaimer though, I will make mistakes because, yeah, I can already, oh god, some of them look very similar, and so I might make mistakes, but you can complain in the comments, that's fine. Just go ahead. Okay, we are starting out with the Gravelord Greatsword. You can get this thing only if you join the Gravelord Covenant. Before defeating Nito, obviously. And this thing is actually pretty good. It does inflict toxin, I think, or was it poison? Either of the two. And the stats are actually pretty decent, especially for early game. So if you really want to get this thing, you have to go to the catacombs early and, well, hop in the coffin. I think this thing is actually pretty good. I don't remember how it holds up in the late game, but you know. Next up, we have the Murakumo. I'm gonna say the Murakumo is kinda mid, because it is one of only 3 curved greatswords, which are the Gravelord Greatsword, the Murakumo, and the... was it called Server or Severa? No, Server, I think. Had a kind of a weird name. Maybe I will explain it this way. The Server can be found in Blighttown, and if you kill something, you get... No, if you hit something, you get life back. It is overall just a teeny tiny bit worse than the Murakumo. But the Murakumo itself is, like I said, kind of mid because, first of all, it's super, super rare to find. I think across all of my playthroughs, I only found it once. Because it only drops from the large skeletons, I believe. The giant skeletons. And yeah, it's super rare, but even if you get it, it's only okay, I think. It's not super good. Yeah, that's really about it. Okay, the Demon's Great Hammer. I want to say this thing is pretty good because I believe it starts out with an A scaling in strength, which is really nice. You do need 50 strength to wield it though. And you can get it from the Asylum Demon, but you can also get it from Snuggly the Crow by trading something. I do not remember what you need to trade it in for, though. I do not remember. The Dragon Tooth, also pretty good. Also gives you passive magic and fire resistance when you're wearing it. Also, I think you need 40 strength for that one. And it's really heavy because it's part of Havel's set, so of course it is. Grant, the hammer. You need willpower for it. And I believe this thing... No, wait, it doesn't heal you. No, that was the shield. By the way, there are no shields here. We still have to do them separately. Yeah, but also pretty good, pretty decent damage because it's a hammer. You do need 50 strength and something willpower though. So you can get it from Leroy the Paladin in the Tomb of Giants after you kill him, or him as an invader at least. The Great Club. I want to put this into pretty good too, because this thing can be upgraded with normal Titanite. I believe the Demon's Great Hammer can also be upgraded with normal Titanite. Can you infuse the Demon Great Hammer? I think so. I'm unsure. Again, please. Out of all the tier lists, this is probably the one where I'll make the most mistakes. Please bear with me. There are so many weapons. And it's only gonna get worse in the following games. Oh my goodness gracious. But yeah, this thing is also pretty good. Pretty much all the hammers I would put in pretty good, honestly. Like, they're decent enough. Smooth's Great Hammer 2. This one I want to say, though, I kind of want to put it into kind of mid just by, you know, how you can acquire it, because you need a boss soul for this. This is a boss weapon. All the others are not. On here at least. This one is a boss weapon, and alone for that I would put it into kind of mid, because in Dark Souls 1 you cannot just go to a specific smith and say, hey, I would like to have that weapon, like you can in 2 and 3 and Elden Ring even. No, instead, in Dark Souls 1, and Demon Souls, I guess, to an extent, but in Dark Souls 1 you have to level up a specific weapon type to +10, so in this case a hammer, a great hammer, and then you have to go to the giant blacksmith and with the boss soul, and only then you can get this. And simply for that fact, I kind of want to put it into kind of mid, because chances are, like, the only hammers you can transform, by the way, would be these two. Like, all the other hammers cannot be transformed because they're kind of special. I'm not sure about this one, actually. But Grand and Dragon Tooth cannot be transformed. And again, these two can be upgraded with normal Titanite, so it might just be better to use either of these anyway. Which is a reoccurring problem with boss weapons in Dark Souls 1. I just want to forewarn you, this problem will happen a number of times. Okay. The Black Knight Great Axe, that thing is game breaking. We did our playthrough with on this channel with the Black Knight Great Axe, because I didn't get the halberd, but I did get the Great Axe. This thing is just absolutely fucking broken. Pretty much all the Dark Knight weapons are, gotta say. This thing is ridiculous. This thing is the weapon the Taurus demon uses. I kinda wanna put that into pretty good as well. Oh man. I think you can upgrade this one with normal Titanite. I think. This one is the one that you get from the Gaping Dragon. This one is... I want to say this one is actually kind of mid. It's a Dragon Tail weapon, and in general, Dragon Tail weapons are pretty okay, I want to say. But this one in particular, I don't know, it never grew on me, I have to say. I can't really tell you why, I don't know. It didn't grow on me. Then we have this axe, and I kind of want to put these two. This is from the Garden Guardian. Yeah, I kind of want to put these two into mid. Again, I never really grew... They never really grew on me. Again, kind of mid means not bad, not good, just very in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, let's leave them there. Great bows. There's only 2 types of great bows, and... Okay, now we get into a bit of a trouble. Because personally I think great bows as a category, as a whole, are kinda mid. The great bows themselves, though, like if you like great bows, I would place them like this. I think Ghost Great Bow, which is this one, is slightly better than the normal one in terms of stats, I believe. So, yeah, you get it here. I think... Do you need to kill Go for this one? No, I think you can kill Go for his set. Goof? I don't know. Yeah, I want to put them here, because I think this one is slightly better than the normal one. Okay, now we get two great swords. This is Artorias's. We have 3 Artorias great swords, and I mix them up every single time. Let me see. This is the uncorrupted version. This is the dark version, I think, and this is the broken version. Either of these two can kill ghosts without you being cursed. Do not ask me which one. I do not remember. I always mix those two up. But I think these two are slightly better than this one, I believe. Based on the stats, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it here. This is the Bastard Sword. I would say this is pretty competent. Okay, Black Knight Sword, kinda game-breaking. Like, it's not as game-breaking as the other Black Knight weapons, but I would still say that this thing is pretty damn strong. So we have Claymore. Guess I'll put it here too. The Crystal Greatsword. That one I want to put in rather not, because it's a crystal weapon. And crystal weapons might be good for early characters. But usually you won't be getting crystal weapons very early on in the game. I think the earliest you can get a crystal weapon is by meeting Domhnall of Xena in the depths and paying quite a lot of money for a crystal weapon. And crystal weapons cannot be repaired. Honestly, I kind of want to put crystal weapons down here into why would you? Because again, you cannot repair these things, and you also cannot upgrade them. I think no way, you can upgrade them, but you cannot repair them. And again, they have no stat scaling. Like, I don't know, don't like them. The Serpent Greatsword. I think it's okay. Kinda mid again. Gwyn's Greatsword, rather not, because you need Gwyn's Lord Soul, which is the final boss of the game, meaning you can only have this in New Game Plus. And I would assume most players don't even get to New Game Plus. I mean, they reach New Game Plus, but they are not playing through New Game Plus, I would imagine. And again, it's a boss weapon, so you have to sacrifice another sword for it, which is just... The boss weapons in Dark Souls 1 in general are not really worth it, in my opinion, I gotta say. Yeah. Then we have this thing. It's also a serpent sword. I'm just gonna put this there. The Moonlight Greatsword. Okay, the thing is, the Moonlight Greatsword itself, just the weapon, is actually pretty good for a sorcerer build, or like a strength sorcerer build. The means of acquiring it are kinda ass. Because you need to cut off Seath's tail. I think I mentioned this in the last episode of the tier list. Was it the episode before? I don't remember, but basically you have to cut off Seath's, like, the tail that is on his back, not the side tentacles, but the one at the back. And reaching that thing can be a bit of a headache. Like, it's not super bad, but usually, even when I'm running a sorcerer, I'm not going for the Moonlight Greatsword because it's kind of annoying dealing with Seath, honestly. But it's still better than the Lord's sword, than Gwyn's sword, I would assume, because at least you can still use it in this game cycle. So I'm gonna put this. Where do I put it now? I'm gonna put it into kinda mid because of the method of acquisition. Because again, I feel like it's kind of annoying to get it. The weapon itself is good though. This one. This is the obsidian grade, so you get from Calamite, yeah. Again, rather not. The sword itself is honestly not that good compared to the time when you get it, because again, Calamite, that is pretty much at the end of the game. And you have to cut off Calamite's tail, which is an even larger headache than Seath, so definitely down here, I would say. We have the Garden Guardian Greatsword. I think this one deals magic damage as well, but is super heavy, I think. I'm just gonna put it here. You know what? Moonlight Greatsword at the top of this section here, because like I said, the weapon is good. It's just the means of acquiring it that are kind of annoying. This one, I'm just gonna leave it here because it's okay. It's okay. Black Knight Greatsword. Yep, that's again game breaking because it's a Black Knight weapon. We have the Demon Great Machete. Now this thing I want to put here. This thing can be acquired from Capra demons, even the boss Capra demon that you can kill. They will give you the keys to the depths, actually. He can drop this one, it's just super rare, so... But this thing packs a punch and can be upgraded with normal Titanite. That's pretty tight. That's pretty good. And again, there are the Capra demons in the demon runes just respawn, so you can just, you know, get it repeatedly if you want to. That's pretty nice. Oh yeah, no, hold on. This thing I'm also gonna put here. This is when you cut off the tail of the stone dragon in Ash Lake. I think as a dragon weapon, this is actually pretty good. Pretty good. It grew on me much more than this hammer ever did. Or I think this is categorized. This is categorized as an axe, but has the moveset of a hammer, I think. It's something weird about this thing. But the sword here, it has a cool special attack. And it's actually a pretty good weapon in my opinion. Again, you can fight me on this in the comments, but I think this is actually pretty good. The normal greatsword. Let me think. How do you acquire this thing? I think you can buy it from the merchant wearing the steel armor in Sense Fortress, I think. Yeah, I think that's how you get it. This thing is also pretty good. Upgrade with normal Titanite, pretty dope. The Zweihänder, absolutely game-breaking. You can find it right at the beginning of the game. In the graveyard, next to the giant skeleton. You can just do a suicide run. Or maybe even not a suicide run if you know what you're doing. You can just run in, grab it, run back, and then you have one of the best weapons in the game. Just like that. It's good. And also, if you want to do a giant dad cosplay, then, I mean, you need this thing. Right? Okay, this is just an axe. Is it really? This is the butcher's knife, also kind of mid. The crescent axe. I'm also gonna put here because it's okay. The gargoyle tail weapon, the gargoyle tail axe. This is actually an axe that I used in my first playthrough, and I gotta say, I don't think I've ever seen someone actually use this, like in a video or so. Even though I think this weapon is kinda underrated. It boosts your stats, the resistances a little bit. But even apart from that, I think this thing is actually pretty good. And it is a guaranteed drop by cutting off the first gargoyle's tail that you meet in the Undead Parish. I don't know. I think this weapon is kind of underrated. I think it's pretty good. This is the Iron Golem axe. Again, I'm gonna put this into kinda mid because, well, the weapon is mid and it is a... It's a boss weapon. Again, you need other axes and yeah. This is the normal... the Pyromancer axe. I'm gonna put this into pretty good because... as a starter weapon, this is one of the starter weapons. This is actually pretty decent. Like, it's just a normal... like, completely normal axe, but I don't know, it works. It works. Now, I think this is the Black Bow of Pharos. That's gonna... makes me wet. It's a really good bow for dex users. This is the composite bow. Kinda mid, especially... like, you have to go to such a weird place to get this one. You have to go to the Valley of the Drakes, climb up a ladder, so you're right outside of the New London ruins, and that's where the thing is. It's just kind of a weird place, honestly. This is Gwyndolin's bow, which deals magic damage and scales with faith. A little bit, I think it has a D-scaling in faith, so... yeah, it's kinda mid. And again, boss weapon, so who cares? And I'm gonna put the other bows here too, because... they're bows, they're okay, they're decent. Flamberge here. Gold Tracer. The Gold Tracer... where do I put the Gold Tracer? I kind of want to put the Gold Tracer here because I think this is a very good dex weapon. You can get it from trading Artorias' soul to Ciaran. And nothing. Like, you don't need to do anything else. Of course, if you trade Artorias' soul, you can't get his special stuff. But then again, this is, I think, a very good dex weapon. Again, you get it kind of late in the game. So, but it is good. And you have to kill Artorias anyway, so, you know, might as well. This is... oh yeah, this is the Ghost Jagged Dagger, but it's classified as a curved sword, I think. I have no idea why, but I think I'm gonna put this thing down here because... I don't know why you would use that. I think this knife is actually just really bad. Especially the means of acquiring it. This is such a rare drop. Honestly, I would almost like to put it down here because there is no good reason to use it in my opinion. Okay, this is the Painting Guardian curved sword. I'm gonna put this here. It is readily available while killing Painting Guardians, but it's not that great in my opinion because it is a very short sword. At least these other ones are longer. Well, except for this one, of course, but... this is Quillag's Fury Sword, I believe. Let me check. Yeah. This is Quillag's Fury Sword. It deals fire damage. But again, it is a boss weapon. It looks very cool, though. And Quillag is pretty much... not right at the beginning of the game, but pretty much still in, like, early game-ish, I would say. Right in the beginning of mid-game. It's okay, I would say. It's okay. You know what? I'm gonna bump it up to pretty good. It's okay, yeah. It does what it's supposed to do, I guess. You have to sacrifice a curved sword, though. Yeah, again, Shotel and this one just kinda... here, mid. The Arbalest. I'm not a fan of any crossbow, so I'm just gonna put them all here. Especially the Arbalest. You can find this one in what's it called? The archive, the Duke's Archives. And you have to do a really kind of weird jumping puzzle to get it. It's really not worth it in my opinion. I've never really used crossbows when I'm playing Dark Souls, if I'm being honest. I don't like them really much. I guess you can use them. I'm just gonna put crossbows down here, actually, because, again, I don't really like crossbows. And the bandit knife. Now, this thing inflicts bleed, if I'm not mistaken, so... I kind of want to put it here, because as a dagger, it's pretty decent, actually. The normal dagger, mid. The silver tracer. I think this is also a pretty damn good dagger. Again, you get these two together from Siren. This is the other ghost dagger. I think this one is a bit more common, so I'm gonna put it here. The parrying dagger you can just find, but it's like, yeah, it's good for parrying, obviously, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, I gotta be real with you, I do not remember what this dagger is. I'm just gonna put it here. I do not remember what this one is, but it will be fine. Fist weapons. I'm not the biggest fan of fist weapons in Dark Souls. So I'm gonna put them into rather not. This one I would put down here, honestly. Actually, I kind of want to put it here. These two are pretty straightforward. I'm not a big fan of fist weapons in Dark Souls. This one is you have to upgrade a fist weapon, and it's a boss weapon again. So down here. The dark hand, dark fist, no, it's dark hand, you can only get by interacting with Karth, which you can only do if you don't interact with Framd and you kill the 4 kings first, and yeah, and then you can interact with Karth, and then you have to join the Covenant, and I think then you get the dark hand. Like, again, it's just such a headache to even get this thing. It's really not worth it. I think this is just, if you want to do a challenge run, fair enough, but I would never intentionally get this. If I'm not doing a challenge run, it's just not worth it. Okay, Black Knight Halberd, straight up game breaking. The best of the game breaking weapons in my opinion. The Gargoyle Halberd. The Halberd, I would also put in pretty good. This halberds in general are pretty good. This is the normal scythe, I would say. I'm gonna put this here. This halberd. This is the normal one. This is the Lifeline scythe. This inflicts a lot of blood. Put this here. You get this from Priscilla. The Lucerne. I never used this, I think. Here. This, the normal one. This one you could get from Titanite demons. Yeah, but it's also a super rare drop again, so kinda mid. This is the giant blacksmith hammer. Okay, the thing is, getting this thing in a soul level 1 run is you just hit gold. No, actually, you found diamonds. This thing is so good in a soul level 1 run, but you have to kill the giant blacksmith for it. There's no other way of getting this thing. And just because of that, I'm gonna put it into kinda mid. Because killing the giant blacksmith is, I mean, in a normal run, why would you do that for just a single weapon? And in a even in a soul level 1 run, yeah, you know, but this thing is actually very good in soul level 1 run. This is Andre's hammer. Gonna put this here. This is the normal club. It's a normal club. This, I have no idea what this hammer is. I'm gonna put it here. The normal mace here. The spiked mace. Gonna put it into pretty good. A pickaxe. The pickaxe? I know there's a pickaxe in Dark Souls 2, but there's a pickaxe in 1? I'm going to look this up afterwards. I'm gonna put this... Where? Pickaxe in Dark Souls 1? I'm gonna look this up. This is the spiked mace. I'm gonna put this one here. The war pick. Don't remember. Put it... Okay, now these... Oh god. I don't remember which one was which. I think this one was the Chaos Blade. Now, Chaos Blade is interesting because it deals more damage the more humanity you have, you know, like other Chaos weapons. But it also drains your health. But it also has like a pretty high bleed stat, I believe. So I'm gonna put it in pretty good. Like, for a boss weapon, I think this thing is pretty good. The other... fuck, I don't remember which one is which. I'm just gonna assume this is the Uchigatana. This goes into pretty good as well. This one is the Nodachi. Higher reach, but I'm gonna put this one into kinda mid, and this one... I'm gonna put this here too. I do not know what this other thing is. Oh, the Channeler's Trident. Super rare weapon and not really worth it in my opinion. The Demon Spear. It's okay. Dragon Slayer Spear, again, boss weapon. The Moonlight Butterfly Horn, I'm gonna put here, again, boss weapon, but I think this thing is actually really good for sorcerer builds because it deals pure magic damage. You only need int for it, I believe. And it has a B scaling when maxed out, I think. So pretty good. And the other spears, I'm gonna put them into kinda mid. Silver Knight, yeah. Although, let me check the spears again. The Dragon Slayer Spear. Nah, it's the boss weapon. I think... Actually, maybe I'm gonna put... the normal, just the really, like these two into in pretty good because they are very readily available, I believe. This one definitely, you can get it from the Phalanx enemies in the Painted World. And this one you can also get very early on, if I'm not mistaken. And you can upgrade these two with normal Titanite, which is nice. Astora Straight Sword, oof. Nah, actually this one goes down into You Like Pain. Like, this thing is really, really bad. I do not like that thing. What the fuck is... Ah, wait, this is the Baldur's... What is it called? Baldur's Skeleton Side Sword or anything? Yeah, I think that's that. This one is the Barbed Sword you get from... Kirk. I'm gonna put it here. It's okay. This thing is okay. It's a broken straight sword. Okay. Kind of a meme, but yeah, I'm gonna put this down here. Crystal Sword again. Why would you? The Dark Sword. Kind of rare drop from the Dark Race, I believe. Nah, because it is a rare drop. It's like, nah. Drake Sword. Yeah, you get that from the Hellkite Drake, or rather by cutting off his tail, I would say. I think from the point you're getting it, it is actually pretty decent, so very early on in the game. But as soon as you reach like mid-game, like post Blighttown, I would say it's not really worth using anymore. It has no stat scalings and the damage is really not that good. Get the Gravelord Greatsword instead. This thing is much better. Yeah, and again, these swords, kind of want to put them here. This one too, this one too. The Rapier. Wait, this Rapier is... this one makes me wet. Velka's Rapier is also pretty good for sorcerers. I'm gonna put this here too. This is Rickard's Rapier. I think this one is pretty good too, if I'm not mistaken. I think this one here. This one is the S-Stock. The S-Stock is pretty good. This one, parry. And the whips are just... I'm just gonna put these two here. This one down here. Oh yeah, and I had to add the four-pronged fork. Yeah, also mid, I would say. So, I was wrong, there are actually 3 whips in the game, not 2. The normal whip is just an absolute pain. I couldn't even tell you where to get this thing, but using it is really not fun. And these 2 are slightly better. The notched whip, because it inflicts bleed, and this thing here, which you get from the Guardian, the Mausoleum Guardian boss, by cutting off its tail, inflicts... It's either toxin or poison. But again, it's whips. And whips... It doesn't matter in which Souls game, whips are really not that good in my opinion. Like, they're really not. So yeah, this is the tier list. Honestly, we got through that a lot quicker than I thought I would. Mostly because I would say most weapons you can find are, again, kinda mid. Like, not bad per se. Like, you can definitely use all of them. As, you know, like, even like very normal weapons like this sword or this one. You can definitely use them, absolutely. It's just... You will find better stuff, is what I'm saying. Or sometimes you won't, but... Again, if you like swords, there are 3 swords up here that are just fantastic. If you like axes, there's an axe here. If you like halberds, there's a halberd here. Now for rapiers, admittedly, these are not as good. They're not super game-breaking, but they're pretty damn good. Even if you like hammers, I mean, look, there are hammers up here that are still pretty good. You know? Yeah, I think the weapons down here are really just for challenge runs, or if you want to do a New Game Plus run anyway. Oh, whoops. I think otherwise there's really no reason to use these, I think, in my opinion. But yeah, that's the weapon tier list. Shields were not included. So we're going to do... This is weird. In the game, shields are kind of classified as weapons, if I'm not mistaken, but on the tier list they're not included, yeah. I would also say that shields are more armor than weapon, but... maybe there will be... Maybe I just throw them together in a armor tier list. Because that kind of fits, right? Yeah, but I'd say that's it for today. You will most likely disagree with me and tell me in the comments how the normal whip is actually the best weapon in the game and I'm just stupid. Feel free to do that. Yeah, but that's the tier list. Thank you for watching. Next time we will have the armor tier list. Or maybe the ring tier list, I'm not so sure. But either of those 2, because those are the only 2 that are missing. But I could also do the spell tier list. I need to do the spell tier list too. Oh, fuck. For completion's sake, I need to do the spell tier list too. Oh, no. We'll see. We'll see. For now, thanks for watching. Have a nice rest of the day. I hope you enjoyed the music, by the way. It's just Firelink Shrine on repeat. And I will catch you next time. See you around, everybody. Bye-bye.